All right, so hope that is back now. Well done. And say yes. I hope that you guys can hear me now. The sound is back on track. And this is another trading week that we are looking at. Potentially a big week. Yes, it is good. Thank you very much for confirming here. Now, I would like you to guys invite here to join me to trade the market. This is our pre-London session live. There will be another one coming up in NY session. We would like to trade every single day, every single session. As the market is moving, we would like to keep the best way to trade the market. And if you guys are here, say yes in the live chat. And I know that you guys present in this session, and this is a session where we will be focusing on opening positions, as well as if there is any new trade ideas we will be looking at. Also, we will be focusing on education as well as developing the trading psychology. And if you're completely new to the channel, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Now, you guys will see me twice every single day in the live session throughout the year. And here, as I mentioned earlier, if you're a serious trader, then this is the best place where you can learn the best strategy, the smart money trading strategy, and also trading the market in this live session. So let's begin with XAUUSD. Which instrument you guys would like to see here? You can say in the chat that what instrument you want me to do. Hello coach, how are you? Thank you very much. Welcome. And so which instrument you are looking at, you can mention in the chat so that I know that where you are at the moment. Now, looking at first of all a multi-time frame analysis that I'm looking at to see the overall picture in this, looking at the market from the monthly chart to see where the price is heading. I'm looking at XAUUSD as this instrument currently in a trend. So bullish trend, and we would like to find the best trade possible in the market in the direction of the trend. Welcome. Thank you for joining here. So now, what kind of price action it has made here? Let's look at the previous 2 monthly candlestick pattern. Thank you very much. AUD/USD. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Also, we will be looking at some of the USD pairs. First, let's quickly look at XAUUSD, and then we will be looking at also Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, and British pound US dollar as well to see what kind of movement we can find in the market. So first, let's look at the multi-time frame analysis here, right? So because the multi-time frame is key, when you look at the bigger picture, you can see the smaller picture in detail here. So looking at the previous monthly price action here, you can see this is the monthly support, and also there is another monthly support, 2 significant monthly dojis. Now, why am I focusing on these 2 candle, guys? This is the key here, where to look at, because the chart is a lot of random candlestick pattern. You can't look at everywhere to see the trade. You need to look at the specific zone, specific price action. That's why it is so important to have a strategy where you can find the specific candlestick pattern where to enter the market. So if you can have a strategy that can give you a rule-based strategy that can give you that understanding when to enter, what kind of candlestick pattern you should see, it becomes much easier to enter the trade. Now, that's where if we look at the monthly, you can see there are double dojis. So double doji with a higher high and higher low. So after this double doji formation, what can we expect here in this market? we can see that from this monthly support level, there is a sharp break to the upside, and that break that we can see on Xauusd potential to go back up to fill that long wick at the top. So this is the expectation here, that on the monthly the price to go ahead and then hit that key level. So that means from the bigger picture, from the monthly time frame, we could see that Xauusd potentially to remain bullish. Now looking at the weekly chart, now if you guys looked at the weekly Forex forecast that I have posted, and also the daily analysis, where also we have discussed about the potential movement on Xauusd, there is a weekly doji formation, where with this weekly doji, the previous week that we have seen, the market has made an initial bounce after the weekly pin bar, which is a bullish price action that we can see here on Xauusd from this weekly support level. This week, as expected, the market started to bounce back up. Now, why it was so important to look at that weekly price action? The reason is from the monthly, we see that it's 4 weeks combination, but from the weekly, it's the first day of trading week. And also, we can see this price action more clearly than any other time frame. Why? Because if you see this back-to-back 2 weekly drop, the market has dropped to this very important support level from the weekly time frame. And then we have seen immediate rejection with a weekly bullish engulfer, followed by a pin bar. Now, this pin bar, the previous weekly close, had a very sharp rejection from this support level. This support is important. Why? Because if you look at the past year, guys, always ask question. Curiosity is the key to become a better trader. Keep in mind that according to research, that intellectual curiosity makes the better trader. So the more curious you are, the better you become as a trader. So what we can see here in that area from Xauusd perspective, from this support level, there is a, from the weekly, there is a strong bounce, followed by, we can see that weekly pin bar. And this week, as expected, once the market opened from this support level, there is an initial bounce back to the upside here. Now with that breakout from the weekly, this market is showing that bullish pattern and expecting the market to potentially trend back up here to create a new higher high. So let's now drop down to the daily chart. Now what you can see that from the daily time frame, the previous daily price action is where there is a bullish engulfer on the daily. And today what we can see, the price has initially dropped back below, and from this daily support level, the market has made its move back to the upside here. Now this daily candlestick pattern that we can see is as strongly bullish at the moment. We have seen initial drop, and then the market has made its move back to the upside here, and potentially we could see a new higher high in this market. So as the market is trending currently to the upside, expecting that this market potentially to go ahead and create a new higher high in this market. Now in the meantime, guys, if you haven't liked this stream, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So now, as from the daily time frame, there is a bullish impulse here. That bullish impulse may potentially continue back to the upside here, and there is a daily key level. So you can see this is the daily resistance, and also there is a daily resistance here. We can see that back-to-back 3 days doji has formed that resistance. As this market managed to break to the upside here on the daily time frame, there is a probability for this market potentially to continue to rise to the upside here to create a new higher high in this market. So now looking at the 4-hour chart here again, here is we can see there is a narrow intraday 4-hour doji here in that market, and this narrow 4-hour doji is a pullback. So that's the sign that this market is strongly bullish here. If you guys look at it, you can see from here, this is the bullish impulse followed by this correction, and you can see that another impulse followed by deeper correction. What we can see here with this daily candlestick pattern from the intraday perspective, from this important support level on Xauusd is showing that this market potentially to remain bullish in that area. So what we can see here from the lower time frame price action, here is a very sharp drop and the market has molded back to the upside with a reversal pattern. This is a typical bullish market structure. So we can see that from the multi time frame analysis on Xauusd is showing that bullish market structure, expecting this market to remain to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. So we are almost to the lower time frame, to the 5-minute chart, where we can see the market trend is up, and in that uptrending market we will be waiting for a breakup structure. 1-minute chart here, that we can see this market trend is up currently. So we will be combining the 4-hour time frame along with the 1-hour time frame to find possible entry. So this is an important key level, that is the 4-hour chart and also the daily support level, and that's where if the market, which we could see that a potential drop for a deeper pullback, that's where we would like to enter into the trade on Xauusd once we can see the price has broken that support and has dropped back down here, and that's where the entry opportunity. If you look at the 1-hour chart here on Xauusd, we can see that in this time frame, from the intraday time frame, this market is showing that bullish pattern. So if we look at now the lowest time frame from the 1-minute chart here on Xauusd, we can see a very important key level of support here, and that support is where we would like to see the market is coming and then potentially giving us an entry opportunity in this market. I hope that you guys enjoying the live session that we are doing, that I'm doing almost every day now. We had a smaller gap, I was on holiday, now back on track and would like to trade the market every single day with all of you guys, and so that we can have the best learning, as well as would like to use the best strategy to grow our account consistently every single day. So let's begin here. What kind of trade we have, and based on that we can look for entry. I would like your feedback in the live chat if you have any question, and also if you haven't liked this stream, if you guys give a thumbs up is helpful to the stream. And let's look at now here on this instrument on the lower time frame. This is an important support level, waiting for the market to drop back to this support and then to enter into the trade. Once we get that entry, I will be sharing here. So this is an important support level from the intraday time frame, and once we see the market here in that zone, we can look for an entry opportunity based on the price action confirmation, based on strategies. So let's see where we can look at this trade here in this market. So here is what we can see on Xauusd. This market, that in the beginning of the week that we have seen, there was a sharp bounce, and that bounce that we can see here, This is the daily price action. I do often look at the multi-time frame analysis, as from the multi-time frame perspective, we can see a clear picture in the market. So from the 5 minutes and the lower time frame, here is the daily support level that I would like to see. The market has tested and then has got a rejection here. Here is the, if you look at here, this is the 5 minutes move followed by this pullback, and you can see the market again pushing back to the upside here. Now as this market currently trending, trend is the key, guys. Keep in mind that always when you are trading with the trend, that's where you can see the clear picture in the market, because trading with the trend is the most profitable trading system one can ever have. So all the trade that I open based on trend, and trading with the trend is the secret of everything that you can see in the market. Now why? Because when you are trading with the trend, you are going with the flow, and going with the flow will always give you a better move in the market, as the market moves by the buyers and sellers. So if you are trading using the strategy that is based on trend, you remain in the direction of the flow. So that's where the strategy comes in play. Always keep in mind that trading with the trend is the key to understand the market. If you have any strategy that doesn't consider the direction of the trend, probably you are on the strategy that may not be able to make money over time. Trend is the secret of everything when you are trading in the market. And that's what I always emphasize on your learning and growing as a trader. Either you are trading Xauusd, any currency pairs, cryptocurrency or anything, the first step to know the trend when the market is trending. How do you know the trend? I do conduct quite a few Zoom classes in the VIP, the premium group that we always discussed. Understanding trend is the key, and the only way you can predict or understand the trend is by knowing the market structure. When the market is breaking from the trend, okay, what is the structure in the market? That is the secret of trading, right? So first know the trend and then understand when the market breaking from the structure. These are the education that you will not find anywhere. So make sure, guys, you take notes, stick till the end of the live session, where you will know exactly how to read the market. So let's understand why did I place my support here, as this is the swing low, right? So if you look at this market, the trend here, you can see this is a move followed by this pullback, another move followed by another pullback, another move followed by pullback. So this is the market structure that anyone can read, right? What kind of market structure is this? It's a bull market. This is a very simple way to understand the market. It's a bullish market structure where the price is creating series of higher high and higher lows in an uptrending market. Now when the market is breaking from that structure, that if you see that it has broken from that structure, that means has broken any of this swing low with a bigger impulse. That's where the key to understand what kind of breakdown you want to see, right? The market may break below with a smaller candle formation, with a slower movement. There is one way to see the market. There's another way to look at the market is to wait for this market to break with a stronger momentum. And that's where the secret, because when you see that the market is breaking down from a trend with a bigger momentum, that's where you could see the price to break that key level and giving you further buying opportunity. That's what we are looking at in this market. Always look for a market that is trending and then wait for the breakup structure to trade the market with high probability trade setup. Now you can see I'm looking at now 1 hour chart from 1 minute to the 1 hour. Why? Because we would like to see a market from a very different angle, from a multi time frame perspective. Multi time frame is a key to understand the higher time frame and the lower time frame relationship in the chart to find the best trade setup. That's what we are looking at here. Let's wait to see what kind of price action it is forming in this lower time frame. So 5-minute chart here, the price is trying to break below here, and I'm waiting for this price to drop to that support level. And here another very important aspect of becoming a better trader is to become patient, right? Patience is key. It's a virtue as a trader, and trading is freedom, right? Why we are trading every day? You know, this is almost the 10 years journey of becoming a trader and being a trader. Why? Because it's freedom. On the other side of trading is freedom. If you guys are happy what you have now, you don't have to be a trader. But if you're not happy, then definitely something that is waiting for you, because becoming a trader means that when you become a consistently profitable trader, on the other side there is freedom. And I wouldn't find anything other than trading that give me that much of freedom. Why? Because anything else, I need something else to fulfill that thing, right? Only in trading that I don't need anything else, just a simple strategy, a very old model device. That's all. I don't need any website. I don't need anyone to help me except a reliable mentor or a group that I can rely on, and dedicating my time to learn a strategy, right? To becoming a trader. The only thing for a trader need is a clear intention to become a trader. That's all we need. So, and that's what I like trading, is because it's the next generation's way to create additional income, or even the primary source of income, because this is where, by being a trader, I am trying to pull the liquidity from the ocean, right? Because it's a $1 trillion market. Forex, I love that. Gold, I love trading the precious metal, is because it's a $1 trillion market. And once you know that, no one is gonna stop you. And that's what we are doing every single day in the premium group as well. You guys have know that. Today also you have gained 2%. And past week we gained 8%. And the week before we gained 10%. This week also we would like to keep pushing forward with that consistency from this pool, from this ocean. Becoming a trader means you are drinking from the ocean. No matter who you are, where you are at living, either in a country where you have nothing or you have everything. Becoming a trader means you are gaining freedom. Say yes in the live chat if you want to gain freedom by being a trader. I would like to see how many traders are really dedicated to learn and to be a consistently profitable trader. It's true that the trend is your friend until it bends in the end. So this is a very famous proverb, right? So the trend, yes, Falcome, welcome. The trend is your friend until it bends in the end. That's what I have heard in my early career of my trading. until I learned that actually this is not true, right? Trend is your friend as long as you are trading, right? So that's the secret of becoming a trader. Okay, you can't break up with your trend once it is banned, because once the trend is banned, there is another trend begins, just from an uptrend to a downtrend. So always program your mind to trade with the trend no matter what. And that's why you guys see that all my strategies, including all the trading tools, all the indicators that I'm using, also based on trend. Why? Because when I'm trading with the trend, I have a clear directional bias, because as a human being I might make an error. If I make an error, if I'm trading with the trend, I'm going with the flow, bigger flow. And if majority of the people buying the market which is going up and I'm with the buy, I can move my stop loss a little further, or I can increase a little bit of my risk to move the stop loss, to see the market just has reversed and started to move in the direction of the trend. And that is why it is important that always trading with the trend will give you an added advantage of becoming a trader. So that's why trading with the trend, but after a breakup structure, that's the key of becoming better as a trader. And that's what we are doing here every single day, trading and also learning to grow as a trader by trading with the trend. So here I'm looking at Xauusd on the 5-minute chart, where this is a key level of support, expecting the market to come back here to retest and then to reject back to the upside in the major direction of the trend. Let's wait to see where the market is heading to. As I mentioned earlier, patience is key. All right, so we'll be looking at the entry as soon as we find that entry opportunity in this market. So you can see here there is a potential for breakup structure, and I'm waiting for the market to break from that structure to this support level. And from the 1 hour chart, we can see the price is almost coming to that 1 hour support level. And if the price is breaking below this 3366 level, that's where we may find a possible entry opportunity in this market to go long. And once we find that entry, we will be entering into the trade. Okay, so we can see that Xauusd is started to push back here from this key level of support, and with that support retest, expecting for the market to test and then to trend back here to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. Now this is 4 hour chart here as well. I do often look at the multi-time frame to find out the proper entry, and that's the best way to do that, because when you look at the multi-time frame analysis, you are in fact putting yourself in an area where you are always in the high probability zone, high probability area where you can find consistent trading opportunity. As if you are looking at the multi-time frame, then you can see the bigger picture. And you know that not only in trading, that I would say that every area of our life we need to look at the bigger picture. Being a trader also looking at bigger picture is very important, right? Because trading is not easy, right? It's not gonna be easy for you to be as a trader. Neither it's easy for me became when I begin my trading, right? No one become trader without little bit of effort. And that's where the secret of becoming a trader means you give yourself permission to become a trader. So you need to give yourself permission to be a trader. How can you give yourself permission to be a trader? Can anyone explain here? In the meantime, guys, I see the likes is almost less than half of the view. So I would appreciate if you smash the like button, not the PC or mobile, just the like, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Can you sell from here? No, I'm not gonna trade against the trend. So that's the key here. Extremely dedicated. That is why all are waiting for live session like Albatross. Thank you very much. Yes, absolutely. I also got very passionate about coming on live with all the members here, all the subscribers, because here is the actual trading as well as the real trading education. Because guys, you know that 90% trader lose account money. But with us in the academy, you guys know that what is the feedback in the group, right? We are consistently profitable trader. And that's what we see, that the feedback is key. And we have the group where the members posting their feedback regularly and clearly, right? So this is where the key here, understanding, getting a feedback, bringing at a little bit of understanding what the members are doing in the academy. We have a clear feedback. Thank you for the feedback. Profit is visible in the account. Nice TP to start the day. You know, the focus here is winning rate. And this is the achievement of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. We have a strategy that has an unbelievable win rate. And yesterday also I have discussed in the premium Zoom. If you guys haven't joined the premium Zoom, that I highly encourage you to join, as this is 2025, coming up 2026, 2027. Hard time is coming. Prepare yourself right now. Right now, prepare yourself for becoming a better trader. Why? Because this is what we discussed yesterday. One of the main reasons why traders lose money is because of the stop loss hit. And that is annoying me also a lot. You can't trade without hitting the stop loss, right? But too many stop loss is also a cause of losing money. And that is why win rate is a very effective way to keep us in the track of becoming a consistently profitable trader. And that's the feedback in the group. This is our premium VIP members. If you guys want to check out more, currently we have a couple of positions open to the join the academy, where you can access all my trade in the real time. You can join the group where I'm mentoring, training every single trader so that they can find their edge. Now there is one thing very importantly that I have realized is that all strategy is not suitable for all. Every person has a different face, and everyone has a different personality type. Someone is a marathon runner, someone is a sprinter. Who are you? That's the most important question. The reason you are not profitable as a trader, not because you don't have the strategy, but because you don't know how to implement the strategy based on who you are. That is what is here in this academy, the unique academy in this entire industry. Forex Trading Wizard Academy is designed, tailored to find out who you are and giving you the strategy based on that. And that is why this feedback you can see on the group. Feedback is key. When you have a feedback, you know that something is working. Something is working truly, right? Who told you that you can't make money in the market? And we are doing it, right? So where is the mistake? The mistake is you are trying yourself, guys. I'm telling you, if you are trying yourself, I did that. I made countless mistakes. Now when you are learning to write down, when you are learning to writing or reading, you can make countless mistakes. Just you need to scratch it to write it again. But you can't scratch your trading account because every mistake's cost. You can learn yourself by hard way. You don't have to reinvent the light bulb again. It was invented after 1000 attempts. Now you need only one attempt. But if you don't, then you might need to another 2000 attempt to reinvent it. And at the end you'll see that actually you have invented the same light bulb that was done before. So if you think that you are reinventing the light bulb, I will let you pause and think again and again until you see the feedback. For those who are in the academy, you see the feedback in the group. And then look at that. We have developed that strategy that is currently changing lives for those who are on that. And that's why we have created this academy to help traders to become a consistently profitable trader as long as you want it. And if you are wanting, means that you are dedicated as a trader. So if you are dedicated as a trader, then don't miss out to check out the link below this video. Visit the website and then take steps and actions. If you don't want to take steps and actions, then pause and then watch the live session. See that how your trading is changing. And when you're ready, you can come on board. If you are not ready, then I really don't want you to join the academy just to find out that you are still not ready. Watch all the videos on the channel for free so that you can first gain that confidence that you are ready for the next level of your trading. But don't lose money, don't blow account, trade on a demo account until you understand that you are ready. Okay, so now we can see that Xauusd, as we are waiting here for this support level, we are discussing about how to gain consistency as a trader. Now, what you will learn here? Where is the missing piece of the puzzle or the strategy? The missing piece is not to know when to enter and, more importantly, when to exit. These are some of the very important questions that many traders cannot answer just randomly entering into the trade. So when to enter is a very, very important point, right? At what level you should be entering a trade. So let's answer this question here, right? While we are waiting for an entry. When to enter? Enter from a key level, right? From a key level where the market prepared for a reversal. Why key level is so important is because when you are looking at the key level, you know that in the past, the buyers or the sellers were interested to buy or sell the market. Now not only from the key level, you can't enter blindly from a key level. You need to wait for the market show a specific way to invade that key level, right? So specific way to hit that key level. That is where you need to look at when you are entering a trade. So if you look at here, why did I draw this key level at 336671 level? If this market trend slowly, okay, like this, grabbing liquidity from the top and then coming here, I may not enter. The only way that I will be entering from this key level, if I see a bigger impulse to that key level. A bigger impulse is where there is a high or bigger ATR candle hit that key level, and then the market reverse from that zone. So when the price hit those key level with a bigger ATR move. So what is ATR? If you look at the indicator section, ATR here, you can see this is ATR, average true range. And when you look at the ATR here, you can see this is where if you look at this indicator value here, 28 pip 1 ATR, right? Now if the market move with a single impulse to almost 2.5 ATR or a 3 ATR to a key level of support or resistance, that is where we are looking at for the bigger move. That's where the secret of entering into a trade with a high probability setup, and that's what we will be looking at when we are looking at the market, right? So that's where understanding when to enter, answering this question will give you an incredible edge when you are trading in the market. So we have understood when to enter, right? So that is where putting more effort on understanding when to enter, so that you enter neither too early nor too late. You are entering the right time so that you can exit in the right time. We will be discussing on more on how to exit from the trade, because it happens to me many times. I believe that you guys also face the same thing, that you're holding a trade for specific direction just to see that it has eaten all the profit and then come back again, and then you just found out that you were late in profit taking, okay? Or you didn't cut a losing trade just to see that you could do it well before. So these are some of the very important aspect of becoming a trader, to look for specific zone for entry as well as to look for specific zone for exits. And it's not a one-day job, as you know that you need a little time and dedication, as I mentioned in the beginning of this session, to become a trader. So to be a trader, only thing that you need to do is dedication as well as motivation, which you can have if you have vision. Give a thumbs up, guys, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So looking at here on this instrument, let's look at that. And I believe that you guys can hear and understand. And there's a music here. I hope that you guys can hear that music. I see the desktop audio is not on, so that must be running in on the background. Okay, so here is, we can see that pullback on Xauusd along with gold. Let's look at also the currency pairs. I was looking at dollar yen, which is showing possible bullish market structure that we have discussed yesterday as well in the premium trade setup video. So you can see the dollar yen may potentially be bullish. Euro dollar, that you can see there is a pullback to the upside on euro dollar, and British pound US dollar also we see that there is a pullback. So dollar yen is where there is a possibility for an uptrend in this market. So from the daily time frame here, you can see that there is the market has dropped to that support level on dollar yen and then bounce back to the upside. We can see that on GBPJPY as well, the market had initial drop, and from this intraday time frame, from the 4-hour chart here on GJ as well, as expected, we have seen that this market from the 4-hour chart here on GJ has broken this support level and getting a rejection back to the upside here on GJ. And looking at the monthly, daily, and we can see the 4-hour chart here on GJ forming a potential doji, which could give a momentum to the upside. This 4-hour candle is closing in 54 minutes. If we see that this is closing as a sharp bull candle, we might be able to find bullish entry at least for short term, but we need to wait for the candle close on GBPJPY to see, in fact, it is showing that momentum. Coming back to XAUUSD on gold again to see where the market is heading. Looking back here on the intraday time frame from the 5-minute chart here on XAUUSD, here is a 5-minute move followed by this pullback to this support level, expecting the market to break below here and then to revert back again in the major direction of the trend. So let's look at here on the lower time frame again, keeping eye for any entry in this market. The key here, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, is to be patient for the market to show its hand, because as soon as you execute one trade in the wrong direction, it's a losing trade, right? So that's where we need to put the emphasis on not to enter until we find the criteria to enter. And you can see the price is hitting an important support level here from the 5-minute chart after the 1-hour close. So 1-hour candle closed here with an impulse to the upside, and now the price is coming back here for a deeper pullback. So we may see now a move back to the downside here. Now from the 4-hour, if we see the market has dropped to that support level, below this 1-hour support is where there is a possibility for further entry opportunity in this market. So waiting for the price to show a possible entry. Once we see the market has given that entry opportunity, in that area we'll be looking into the trade. Let's wait to see how the price might be showing up. We'll be waiting for a break of structure. Break of structure is very important because it's an important support level. Support here, which is support here, expecting the market to bounce back here and then to revert back again in the major direction of the trend. I hope that you guys enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Also coming on live in the NY session. This is the first live that I will be coming on every single day in London as well as in NY to trade the market in both volatile as well as trending direction. So let's see where the London breakout is waiting on. I have an app here that I look at the multiple market opening. I hope that you guys also have that. It's called it's a free apps called Forex Hours. So where I can see all the market. Sometimes get a little bit of confusing. Which one is open, which one is closed. So open market, London is 9:08 a.m. currently. So you see it's an open market, and closed market is Tokyo, Hong Kong, New York, and Sydney. So New York is 4 a.m. currently, and London is 9 a.m. So London market is open, and we'll be waiting for envoy market also. So currently two open market as Frankfurt and London. These are the two market currently running in, and we'll see that coming on NY, and also we'll be coming on live in that market as well. So that being said, London market is pretty at the moment. The volume is quite good, that you can see the market is trending. When there is a trend, that means there is a volume in the market, and with that volume, let's wait for a better entry opportunity. Once you see that entry, you will be looking into the trade here. Looking at Xauusd, showing an impulse correction, which is an uptrending market structure, and as soon as you will find the suitable entry, you will be looking into that trade on Xauusd. Looking at a possible entry, welcome guys, hope that you had an enjoyable weekend, and this is a very important live session that we are starting every day, every trading day. And for those who are dedicated as a trader, don't miss out any live that I'm posting. I'm coming on live to find the real trade setup, as well as to learn the education and to understand how the market really moves in the real time. Because trading is such a thing that you won't be able to find all the information, and at the same time you need to wait for the market update. And this is where the live session helps, because how the market is moving in the real time, no one is gonna teach you, right? This is the hardest part of becoming a trader, is no one is going to teach you the strategy except the fact that no one is going to teach you until you dedicate yourself. Because when you are fully dedicated, there will be always something for you will come up on your way to help you. That's how this universe operates. So if you are dedicated, probably you came up with this live session is because you are dedicated as a trader, and that's why you are in this live session. Do you believe in that? Say in the live chat yes if you believe in that. Now that means there is something waiting for you to be a better trader, and all the sessions that you can see, all the education strategy posted on the channel is only to help the dedicated traders. Also all those live sessions where there's a consistent regular analysis is being posted to help every member, every subscriber of this channel. Now here is we can see that from the 5-minute chart, the market is still maintaining a bullish market structure here. I'm not still on this trade is because I'm waiting for a clean breakup structure, especially 3366 level is where I would be very happy to see the market hit or cross and then to enter. It may still can continue to rise from here. From the 4-hour chart here that you can see, it is currently bullish. We'll be waiting for that market to drop back below further and then to enter. From the 4-hour here, we can see that this is a key level of support, and also there is another support on the lower time frame, and would like to see the prices. There's a huge fair value gap in that area. If you don't know what is a fair value gap, also you can let us know in the live chat. Fair value gap is where there is an imbalance in the market, right? So when you see that there's an imbalance in the market, you can see how the price is doing, right? So when you see that imbalance in the market, you see that this market is about to fill that imbalance, as the market doesn't like imbalance, right? So it's like the universe doesn't like an imbalance. The market also doesn't like imbalance. So if you see that there's an imbalance in the market, you can almost be certain that at some point the market will come here to fill that imbalance and then to revert again in the direction. So this is where XAUSD, the imbalance has created in this support level 3366 from 33. If you look at here, you can see 3360, which is a big gap here, which is a fair value gap. And once the market managed to break below that fair value gap, okay, that is where we could find possible entry opportunity, and I'm waiting on that here. We spend an hour waiting for a possible entry. As I mentioned, the capital in my trading account, which is good, I don't want to give away until I find my setup. With all of you guys, if you have a setup, you can share with me in the live chat, but please don't put pressure on yourself to enter into a trade which is not there. That is true secret of becoming a better trader. Smash the like button now. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome. You have to be very, very consistent in your approach as a trader. Until you find the setup, until you see that there is a trade, you have to be fully disciplined and completely controlled in your trading approach. That's what you can look at. I'm waiting for a potential entry in that area on XAUSD. Once we find that, that's what we will be looking at. Now here you can see that after this move, there is a pullback, another move, there's a pullback. We could see the market to potentially trend back here to the upside to create a potentially new higher high in this market. So we'll be waiting for as long as there is as long as we can see that entry, we will be entering into the trade. Until that, we are patient, and we'll be waiting for an entry. This is the key level today that I'm looking at on Xauusd at 3366 level. And once we see the market in that support level or breaking from the structure, we will be looking into the trade here from the 4-hour chart. Now you can see this is the 15-minute chart here on Xauusd, back-to-back 2 long week candle formation, expecting this market to come back here to fill that zone and then to revert again in the direction of the trend. That's what we're looking to see, that where this market is potentially be heading here is a big impulse from the 30 minutes. We can see that lower time frame to narrower candle formation. So let's see that yeah, this support is very important at the moment, 3366 level, that we can see the market slowly trying to now pull back to that level. Now if the price is dropping to that pullback, that's where the potential entry in this market. The lower time frame price action that you can see is this market is heading back to that support level, and once we see the prices penetrated that level, that is where we can look for an entry opportunity to create a new higher high in this market. And here is where you can see the market has broken that structure here, and we can see the price is pushing down here for a deeper pullback. And with that pullback is where the support 3366 level, and from that support level expecting the market to penetrate below and then to return back again in the major direction of the trend. So you see there's a break of support, and expecting this market to potentially trend back down here to this support level and then to return back here. So for an entry, would like to see the price has penetrated that zone, as this is a very important key level of support here. From the 4-hour chart here, that we can see this is a support, and 4-hour candle closing in 1 hour 40 minutes time from this time of recording, and that's what I'm looking at for the market to come back here to penetrate that level and then to return back again in the major direction of the trend. So what you can see here, this is a drop followed by, currently the price is approaching, the price has broken this support here, that you can see support here, and also approaching that support as a resistance, and the support turned to resistance here, and that is where we can see the price on the lower time frame. Let's wait to see where it is heading to. We might see that short-term drop here to this level. And that drop here that you can see on the lower time frame is where the key zone that you want to see the market has broken back below and then to return back again to the upside. So we might see that neckline test that you could see here, and that neckline test, as I mentioned earlier, there is an imbalance here which is support and this is a resistance. In between that support and resistance there is an FVG, which is the fair value gap, and that fair value gap is what we are looking at here for this market to come back down here to penetrate below and then to return back again in the direction of the trend. So we are looking to see if the broadcast is going well. And so looking at we can see that big drop here followed by this pullback to this previous support down resistance, and the market is trying to trend back again to this support level here. Where the market is breaking below in that area, and with that drop, pull back and expecting this market to potentially trend down here, and in that downtrend it may now penetrate to this support here, and once we see the market has broken below that support, we can look for that possible entry opportunity in this market. One valuable thing I'm learning since I joined this session is patience. This is what I have struggled with for a long time. Thanks so much for this live session. Yeah, absolutely. This is the key of watching the live session, is because when you are on the live session you started to become patient naturally. Why? Because individually, this is what happened to me as well. If I try to be patient over time, I more often is fail because I'm alone, and it's sometimes very difficult as a trader to get a big group to trade together with you. But when you are in the group with us in the live session, that's where you can see that there is a possibility to become patient more and more, because you can see that how other traders are doing in their trading. Learning comes from the peers, right? So that's why it is important that always keep patience. Okay, keep connected, stay connected, keep patience. That's the secret of becoming a better trader. So you can see the market has hit that level that you are talking about. Okay, so you can see the price has broken that key level of support, right? From the 30 minutes as well, there is an important support test, and from the 1 minute chart, this market has just penetrated that support level. Now I'm going to open a buy here in that area on Xauusd from this level with a very tight stop loss, 23 pip stop loss here, and also TP target in that area, expecting a short-term bounce here. On Xauusd, we will be opening a buy trade here for this possible upside in that direction. Also, I'm sharing the same trade in the group so that you guys can share. So it's a short-term trade for a quick gain if possible, with a very tight stop loss. Expecting a move back to the upside on Xauusd. A short-term gain in this live session. Let's try to make some gain for the first day of the trading week here. Expecting that this market to potentially bounce back to the upside in the major direction of the trend. It may still drop back down for deeper liquidity grab. Let's wait to see 30 minutes candle closing here. And as this is a bull market, the market in its important support level, and wanting to see that from the lower time frame to have a possible upside bias here. Let's wait to see where the market potentially be heading, expecting a possible reversal back to the upside to certain level. Now if we see the market has moved back here to around 19 pip, we can look for a profit taking. Let's wait to see that the market if potentially be heading back to the upside here. From the 1 hour chart here, that you can see the price has just broken this 1 hour support, so expecting an upside bias here, an upside pullback on the lower time frame. We'll be waiting for the market to bounce back up here, and this is the 30 minutes price action that just candle closed. Would like to see if this market is possibly to be heading back to the upside or trending back further down. If it trend back, we have a very tight stop loss here, only few pips. So the stop loss here for me is 24-25 pip. If it bounce back up to certain level, we will be on the trade. We'll be taking profit to this level. Once if it breaks below the support level here, we'll be exiting with a very short stop loss. I'm waiting to see what kind of movement it is potentially be making. Do we see that there is a fair value gap here? Let's wait to see. And I'm not going to extend the stop loss in case if the market breaks below here, because it still could drop further below. Let's wait to see, because it's an important level of support, expecting a reversal back to the upside. If it doesn't reverse, maybe we could see that a complete break below to this fair value gap. Waiting for the market to show its potential hand here to the upside in this market. So waiting to see what kind of movement it is making here. There is a possible for support break. Let's wait to see. The price is well below that level in that area, and it may, now it's below the support level, right? So it's overextended to the downside. Let's wait to see if the market is in fact making it way back to the upside here from this overextension, which may happen. And as soon as it's gonna break above this level, that's where I will be looking for profit taking in this market. You can see me here. We see an initial bounce, and Okay, so you see that a reversal back to the upside, and as soon as I will be taking any profit in this area, also I will be announcing that here, expecting to trend back up here. Now if the market is pushing back to 3369 level, I will be going to take the profit here, as would like to see a short-term move here. This is a very quick trade here for this session, and we'll be looking for the next session as well to see what is happening. So we'll see that if this market is having that trend back to the upside from the 30 minutes time frame, but I think it might, if we look at the 15 minutes here, also trying to push back to the 15 minutes 20 EMA after the 10 EMA retest in this market. Here's the 5-minute chart. It's look like that. It's trying to push back down. Okay, so there is an initial bounce here on the 1-minute chart. We might see what I think that potential downtrend continuation. Let's wait to see where it is be heading. Still hopeful for this market to revert back to the local resistance line. Now here is the support test. Okay guys, so you can see that there is a 5 minutes rejection from this support level. You're expecting an upside bias. From the 1-minute chart is forming another doji. Now this is the lower time frame price action that we see that this is very important level of support. We'll be waiting to see if this market is having a reaction back to the upside or dropping further for deeper pullback or the liquidity grab here. 1 hour chart is closing 30 minutes that you can see the market has made initial drop, and so this is the 1 minute again. I'm looking forward to see that a possible reaction back to the upside from this support level. And if it bounce back to this key level here, this is a very important support which is broken below 336950 level, expecting a push back here to the upside. And if it bounce back in that level here, push back to the upside, that's where, if you look at here, this is the 1 minute chart, and you can see there was a consolidation. There was a carved support level, which is a structure formation on the lower time frame. And with this support, okay, we can see a break from that support, and the market is trying to again here pushing back to the upside, and would like to see that this market is trending from that zone to retest that dynamic support that is broken to the upside. And this is the 1 minute price action. In that zone is very important. If it create a stronger liquidity candle, we might see the price to break below here. Otherwise, we want to see that it's pushing back here to the upside in that direction to create a new higher high in this market. We'll see that where it is potentially be heading. Now this is the 5 minutes chart that you can see back to back quite a few narrow. Now with this 5 minutes price action, if this market is maintaining a stronger bearish move, we might see the support to be broken. where if this support is broken in that direction, we might see the price straight coming back here, which could be a possibility to happen. Let's wait to see, as we have entered in the major direction. But in case this market is having for a deeper liquidity gap, if it does that, we will be waiting to see where I'm still on the trade, and we'll see that how far it might be heading in that direction. So we can see here it has penetrated that fair value gap and waiting for that the market to potentially here to trend back. I'm still holding on to the trade. It might break further below in that market. Would like to see what's happening. So we are out with this trade, didn't work out. 24 pip gone the here. With this, we can see the market has dropped to that support. We may be able to find re-entry on the 5-minute chart just on that support, and I think we might see a possible reverse back from that. Okay, so I will be re-entering with this trade here with another entry, and I'm going to re-enter this trade with another entry from this level, stop loss below this low here, and TP target again in that zone. So this is where the market in that support level. So I am re-entering that trade on Xauusd. So I am on the trade again on Xauusd and want to see that this market is what I think, because it's overextended, there is a possibility still for an upside. So in the first trade we were minus 24 pip. Would like to this one have another move back to the upside, and that can give us the next trade. It's a recovery trade that I have opened. Would like to see that it's heading back up here, and we may see that rejection back as it just has broken below to this support level, and there is a big fair value gap. The market may not be able to directly penetrate below, which is currently I'm running, and I'm on buy on Xauusd. It's the second trade here. Would like to see that it's pushing back here in that direction from this 20 EMA zone. Okay, so if you look at the 5 minutes here, you can see there is a, from this level we may see that push back here, and okay, so the second trade expecting it to go back again to the key level. So once we see that this trade, the current one running to this level, which will be around 26 pip. So the second trade is successfully running and running in profit at the moment. That's how trading is, guys. So we are looking for the next trade to be on that, and here is where you can see the market is currently pushing back in that direction and expecting it to remain bullish here. Let's wait to see how far it might be heading in that direction. Now once the price managed to bounce to that level, that's where we will be able to see a possible TP hit at 336869 level to find out where the market is potentially be heading, and I would like to see that it's going back up to that level here. So let's wait to see if it is continuing still in the major direction of the trend that you can see in this market, where it's heading back to the upside, and yeah, it's pushing back up. Right, so we are 18 pip up on this. I'm 18 pip up on this, and anytime if I'm closing the trade, I'll be giving a shout out here to let you know that, guys, I am out. I'm being exceeding with the trade. I'm still running in profit. As soon as I will be exiting the trade, I will give a shout out, because I would like to take the full TP on this. Okay, I'm going out with this trade. I'm out with this trade. I have taken the profit on this trade as it might drop here. So I'm out with this trade, and which has given me second trade to be around 18-19. If we look at almost nearly to break even for this session, have taken the second trade to be successfully profitable. And I would like a feedback in the live chat, guys. What's your status with the second trade on Xauusd? And that's how trading is. We are a break even for this session, 1 lose 1 win. Nearly to the break even, and that's where we have secured that. Have you guys secured that profit on this one? Let me know in the live chat. Thank you very much. Should we go long or short? We are long, and new subscribe here. Thank you very much for your support to the channel, guys. And that's where we are looking forward to find the next opportunity in the market. We have successfully secured another trade, and we are break even, 1 trade minus 1 trade plus. Still we have the full NY session coming up with new trade update, as well as I'm posting also looking at some of the pairs that currently, if there's any update, I will be posting on the channel. So make sure you stay subscribed by joining the channel. You hold it. I'm out with the trade. I'm taking the profit because I'm going to end the session. And also if you want to hold the trade, make sure you do the proper risk management. It may push back up or it may come back down again. Out with the second one with profit. Thank you very much. That's okay completely, as long as you have taken the profit. That's where the secret is. I'll see you again. I'll coming on in just a couple of hours, coming on live on NY session, guys. It's gonna be exciting, and I would like to see you there again on the NY session. Until that, stay well, stay happy, keep the profit in your trading account. Don't overtrade, don't FOMO trade. I'll see you there again in a couple of hours after a short break in the next session. Let's keep rocking and trading every single day in this channel together.